Welcome to this video. Today we are going to study a beautiful and emotional poem titled, Two Mothers Remembered, by Joann Snow Duncanson. In this video, we will explore the poem's paraphrasing, important questions and answers, and key poetic ideas that will help you in your exams. So, let's begin our journey of understanding this touching poem.
I had two mothers. Two mothers I claim. Two different people, yet with the same name. Two separate women, diverse by design, but I loved them both because they were mine. The first was the mother who carried me here, gave birth and nurtured and launched my career. She was the one whose features I bear, complete with the facial expressions I wear. She gave her love, which follows me yet, along with examples in life that she set. As I got older, she somehow younger grew, and we'd laugh as just mothers and daughters do. But then came the time that her mind clouded so, and I sensed that the mother I knew would soon go. So quickly she changed and turned into the other, a stranger dressed in the clothes of my mother. Oh, she looked the same, at least at arm's length, but now she was the child and I was her strength. We'd come full circle, we win in three. My mother the first, the second, and me. And if my own children should come to a day when a new mother comes and the old goes away, I'd ask.
Now let's look at some important facts about the poem, Two Mothers Remembered, by Joann Snow Duncanson. First, the rhyme scheme. The poem follows a rhyming couplet pattern, which means every two lines rhyme together. The overall rhyme scheme is of a B B, C C D D, E E F F, G G H H, I I J J, K L L, which gives the poem a smooth and musical flow. Now moving to the genre of the poem. This poem is a lyric poem, because it expresses deep personal emotions and feelings of the speaker. At the same time, it is also narrative in nature, because it tells a story about the speaker's relationship with her mother, and how it changes over time. Now let's start with paraphrasing of the poem. The first stanza is paraphrased as follows. The poet says she had two mothers in her life. They were two different people but shared the same name. Each was unique in her own way. She loved both dearly because they were both parts of her life. Now let's discuss some important poetic devices used in stanza 1. First, alliteration. In line 1, the poet repeats the T sound in the words two, which creates a musical effect and makes the line more interesting. Next, contrast. In line 2, the poet shows contrast by saying two different people and same. This highlights how they are different, yet also similar in one way. Finally, imagery. In line 2, the phrase, two different people same name, helps us imagine two separate individuals who share one identity, creating a clear picture in the reader's mind. Here is the second stanza. The first was the mother who carried me here, gave birth and nurtured, and launched my career. She was the one whose features I bear, complete with the facial expressions I wear. Now let's learn the paraphrasing of the second stanza. The first mother was the one who gave birth to her. She cared for her, raised her, and helped her succeed in life. Poet says she looks like her mother. Even her expressions and features are similar to hers. Now let's discuss the poetic devices used in stanza 2. First, repetition. In line 1, the conjunction and is repeated in the phrase, gave birth and nurtured, and launched, which emphasizes the continuous care and efforts of the mother. Next, imagery. In line 2, the phrase, carried me here, gave birth and nurtured, creates a clear and vivid picture of motherhood and the process of raising a child. Finally, metaphor. The phrase, launched my career, compares life to a journey or mission that has been started and set in motion. Here is stanza 3. Stanza 3, she gave her love, which follows me yet, along with examples in life that she set. As I got older, she somehow younger grew, and we'd laugh as just mothers and daughters do. The third stanza can be paraphrased as, her mother's love still stays with her even now. She also left good lessons and examples for her daughter to follow. As the poet grew up, her mother became more friendly and fun, almost younger in spirit. They shared laughter and a close bond like true friends. Now let's discuss the poetic devices used in stanza 3. First, alliteration. In line 1, the poet repeats the L sound in the words love and life, which creates a smooth and pleasing effect. Next, metaphor. In line 2, the phrase, examples in life that she set, compares the mother's guidance to something established for others to follow. Finally, rhyme. The poet uses end rhyme to create rhythm and musicality. In lines 1 and 2, we see rhyme in yet, and, set, and in lines 3 and 4, in grew and, do. Here is the stanza 4. But then came the time that her mind clouded so, and I sensed that the mother I knew would soon go. So quickly she changed and turned into the other, a stranger dressed in the clothes of my mother. Here is the paraphrasing of the stanza 4. Later, her mother's mind became weak and confused. The poet felt that her old, familiar mother was slowly disappearing. Her mother's behavior and memory changed very quickly. She seemed like a stranger who only looked like her real mother. Now let's look at the poetic devices used in stanza 4. First, alliteration. In line 1, the poet repeats the T sound in the words, then, the, time, and, that, which creates a rhythmic effect. Next, imagery. The phrase, her mind clouded, creates a clear picture of confusion or memory loss in the mind. Then, metaphor. The poet uses mind clouded as a metaphor to compare her mental state to clouds blocking clarity. Finally, personification. In the same phrase, mind clouded, the mind is given a human-like quality, suggesting it can lose clarity like a person. Here is the stanza 5. Oh, she looked the same, at least at arm's length, but now she was the child and I was her strength. We'd come full circle, we women three, my mother the first, the second and me. Now let's look at the paraphrasing of the stanza 5. Her mother still looked the same from the outside, but inside, she had become like a helpless child. Now, the daughter had to take care of her mother. Life had come full circle, the daughter became the caregiver, just as her mother once was. Now let's explore the poetic devices used in stanza 5. First, alliteration. In line 1, the poet repeats the L sound in the words looked and length, creating a smooth flow. Next, imagery. The phrase, at arm's length, creates a clear visual image of observing someone from a short distance. Then, metaphor. In 3, the phrase, full circle, shows how life returns to its starting point. Finally, symbolism. The words, full circle, symbolize the cycle of life and the change of roles between generations. Here is the final stanza, and that is stanza 6. And if my own children should come to a day, when a new mother comes and the old goes away, I'd ask of them nothing that I didn't do. Love both of your mothers as both have loved you. Here is the paraphrasing of stanza 6. The poet thinks about her own children in the future. She knows one day, they may face the same situation. When she grows old and changes, she doesn't want them to feel sad or confused. She simply asks them to love both versions of their mother, just as she loved both of hers. Now let's discuss some important poetic devices used in the poem as a whole. First, alliteration. In line 1, the poet repeats the M sound in the phrase, mothers, two mothers I claim, which creates a soft musical effect. Next, imagery. In line 12, the phrase, her mind clouded so, creates a clear mental picture, fading memory, confusion, and emotional change. Finally, personification. In line 12, the poet uses personification by describing the mind as clouded, as if thoughts are covered by real cloud. Now let's see the reference. The poem, Two Mothers Remembered, is written by Joann Snow Duncanson. Here is the poem's summary. The poem is about a daughter who loves her mother very much. At first, her mother is caring, strong, and loving. She gives birth to her, raises her, and teaches her good values. As time passes, the mother becomes and her memory becomes weak. She changes so much that she seems like a different person. The daughter feels like she now has two mothers, the one she knew before and the one her mother has become. Now, the daughter takes care of her mother just like her mother once took care of her. The poet shows that life is a cycle. In the end, she gives a message that children should love their parents in every stage of life. Here are the important question answers. So the first question is, how are the two mothers different from each other? And the answer is, the two mothers are different because the first mother is the one who raised the speaker, nurturing and guiding her in childhood. The second mother is the same woman, but in her old age, when her mind became clouded, she is no longer the same mentally or emotionally and becomes dependent on the speaker like a child. Let's move to question 2. What are the similarities between both? And the answer is, despite their differences, both mothers are actually the same person. Both loved the speaker deeply and played an important role in her life. They share the bond of motherhood, and the speaker loves both equally even as their roles change. Now here is the question 3. What did the first mother do to the speaker? And the answer is, the first mother gave birth to the speaker, raised her, and took care of her. She provided love, guidance, and life lessons, and helped her grow and succeed in life. Let's move to question 4. Who was the speaker's second mother? Describe her briefly and the answer. The second mother is the same woman in her old age, when her mind became weak. She is described as a stranger in her mother's clothes, and becomes dependent on the speaker for care and support. Here is the question 5. What is the speaker's advice to her own children? And the answer is, the speaker advises her children to love both versions of their mother, the one who raises them, and the one who may grow old and dependent. She asks them to love both, with the same care and respect. Now let's see the question 6. Who are the 3 women referred to in the poem? Briefly describe them, and the answer is, the 3 women are the speaker's first mother, who raised her, the second mother, the same mother in old age, who needed care, and the speaker herself. The poem shows how their roles and relationships change over time. I hope you found this video helpful and easy to understand. If you learned something new today, don't forget to like the video, share it with your classmates, subscribe to my channel for more educational content. See you in the next lesson.